everybody. Welcome to Zeus Angel Mystic Tarot. And if you haven't been here before, check out my other readings. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Okay, so today I'm doing kind of a little bit of a different reading. Instead of all signs, I'm doing all relationship types. Because on my readings, even if I were to do an all signs, first of all, my all signs don't get a lot of views because I'm a small channel. But I've also noticed that during these all signs readings, certain storylines repeat because everybody who comes to a live, it's going to pick up on your energy. So, and I'm going to put timestamps up later, but I'm going to start with people who are thinking about an ex or someone who they've broken up with. So this is the X group, all right? X or someone that you aren't communicating with, right? I'm going to go from X to situationship to committed to single, looking for new. And that's how I'm going to do it. So whatever type of relationship you have, that's going to be the reading you're going to watch. And I'm going to start with those who are thinking about an ex or someone they had a fallout with. So that's because we are in Mercury retrograde. We have a Mercury retrograde right now in Scorpio season. Scorpio rules this area, if you know what I mean. Okay, that's why they're known for what they're known for. They rule the sacral chakra area. And during this new moon, there's going to be a lot of surprises. And, a lot of the times, people don't know this, but in astrology, when we have a full moon, it can affect a certain organ in our body. And because we're in Scorpio season, it could be affecting, I want to say, your intimate life. Okay, so you could be pining after someone from the past. You could also have issues with your digestive tract. All right, so we're going to start with people who are thinking about someone they had a fallout with or an ex. We're going to start there. And then we'll go to people who are in a situationship. So basically, you guys, I'm picking up, most of you guys are probably in no contact with the people that you come to tarot for. And if you are in contact with that, then you're going to want to look for the committed. You're going to want to watch that portion. So right now we're pulling for someone who is an ex or that you had a fallout with. So we have the Ace of Pentacles coming out for this first group. Somebody here wants to make an offer. Ace of Pentacles. Now, I love the Ace of Pentacles. So the person on collective's mind who they had a fallout with or who is an ex, okay? How is this person thinking about them? How is this person thinking about them? What is this person thinking? Nine of Swords. They are nervous. The Nine of Swords is somebody who I've been picking up on a lot of eights and Nine of Swords. So there's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of being stuck in the head. There's a lot of thinking, is this over? They're stressed out. Could be having sleepless nights. All right. And what is this person's intentions? So we're starting with the ex, all right? The ex of the person you had a fallout with. Seven of Swords. I don't like that. This person is calculating. The Seven of Swords, to me, this person could be a self-saboteur or an avoidant, somebody who throws grenades and then acts like to hide their hand, like, I didn't do that, but also somebody who runs away and who avoids things. But this could also be a self-sabotaging energy. You could be connecting with an earth sign or an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini there. I don't like that. I'm not going to lie. Why is the Seven of Swords in their intentions? Now, they could also be trying to calculate as to how to come forward to you. Six of Swords, yeah. I think this person is trying to maneuver things, manipulate to try and get back in communication with you or to try to fix something. So what's in the blockage here for these two? What's in the blockage here for these two? Because the Six of Swords comes before the Seven of Swords. But for you, this is in reverse. It's like Seven of Swords. So they're in this energy of how can I smooth things over after a storm? Okay, so what happened between these two? What happened? between the collective and this person they had a fallout with or an ex. What happened? It's telling me the star. Was Can't really show this on here, you guys. It's nudity. So this to me, if it's in the blockage, the star reversed. The star reverse is, this is interesting because the star in the reverse is still a very hopeful sign. It's still a very hopeful energy, but for some of you, somebody didn't get what they wanted when they wanted it. Potentially somebody could have depression or somebody just lost faith. Okay. But the star in reverse comes in to let us know that things are actually going the way they're supposed to. It's just that you're not seeing that things are aligning the way that they're supposed to. So give me more on the star reverse. Somebody lost hope. Somebody could also be healing from something here, anxiety or and then the King of Swords. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of picking up on an energy of somebody going cold on the other person. We have the King of Swords. For some of you guys, I feel like there is this energy here of somebody who here got triggered and kind of went cold or detached, okay? Because this is a very triggering situation. Let's see what their actions and behaviors are. And for some of you, this person could have been trying to like give you the cold shoulder or the silent treatment as a way of control. We have a Four of Swords. This person, I think, is trying to heal something. I don't know. For some of you, they could be trying to heal from another relationship. Let's see what their behaviors are. And I want to see what your feelings are as well. What will their behaviors be for the end of November? The Tower. A lot of you guys could be on a break, okay? So the Tower comes in to shake things up a little bit. They could pop up on you. But this lets me know that there probably was a breakup or a fallout, right? And I think this person's trying to heal through it. So let's see what's the outcome here. What's the outcome here? I'm telling you, yes, I do feel like somebody here wants to connect. Um, I don't know, like they could pop up on you. We are in retrograde, the end of retrograde. This is a very chaotic retrograde. So you definitely could be hearing from people you didn't expect to, especially if this person went cold on you. And I feel like they're trying to find ways to reapproach you. But I do feel like this person likes to be in control. I'm not going to show you this card. I don't like this card. This could be a very possessive or controlling person. They could even try and offer you something, but I would be mindful if this person is breadcrumbing you because I'm feeling like they like to have things their way. How does the collective feel about this person? Hmm. Okay, you have the Queen of Pentacles. I'm telling you, I knew it. Okay, if you're dealing with a masculine, this person could be very possessive or very controlling, or it's like my way or the highway. Like they do things only when it's convenient for them. Okay, I don't like that. They could be an Aries for some of you, or Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And I feel like you guys are trying to nurture yourself right now. I can't show this because it's nudity. I feel like you guys are trying to nurture your career or nurture yourself right now because you could know that this person was playing, manipulating games of control and breadcrumbing you. Okay. Let's see what the advice is. So even if this person does pop up, I feel like you're sick of their games and like they do it only when they're convenient. And I do feel like there is way too much guardedness. Like the trust has been broken. And it's just kind of not telling me what happened. The Lovers, they could have had someone else. That's always a storyline here. But you know what? The Lovers comes in. This could be a Gemini for some of you. The Lovers comes in when there's some kind of major obstacle that the two of you need to overcome to be together. Like, let's say this person has to communicate in a way they never did before. This person has to not be so controlling or possessive, or this person has to let their guard down. Or they have to be optimistic. There's just something challenging about this situation where somebody has to come outside of their comfort zone. And if this is a past life love type of relationship, it might stay unresolved because somebody's still in that energy of pride and ego and possessiveness. And also potentially that they're not ready to level up the way you are. So for some of you, they've been connecting with other people since the break who are more on their level, and you're wanting them to elevate, okay? But I feel like there's a lot of guardedness between the two of you, and it's almost like there's a moat built around your heart because of what transpired between the two of you. Okay, you guys, so I'm gonna now move on to people who are in situationships. All right. Ooh, this is a listen, if you connected with that one and that first reading, which was for people who are, who had a fallout or who are thinking about next, that is a very intense relationship where you both are probably triggered a lot. There could be possessiveness and jealousy, and just somebody's ego got in the way, or, somebody could have also had some depression or anxiety. I was picking up on. Because when I see the Nine of Swords, and what was the other card there? I saw the Nine of Swords and then the Four of Swords. For some of you, this person doesn't want to fight as well. Oh, it was a Star reverse and the Nine of Swords. Those two cards are someone with depression, or it's like somebody who is losing faith in romance because they've been hurt, something like that. So now you both could be in that energy, and I feel like a lot of you guys know that there's somebody who is very like unwilling to compromise, potentially trying to maintain control, or possessiveness there, or only wants to put the work in when it's convenient for them. So some of you guys are like over it, right? And you're too guarded, but it's a very intense connection, and it's one that's probably going to change the way that you do relationships from here on out. All right, so now you guys, I'll put timestamps up later for you if you want to come back and click on the different relationship type that you find yourself in. And for now, we're going to do the situationship. So those of you who are in no contact or in a relationship where it's undefined, this is for you. Okay. So I feel like I want to start with how you feel, and then we'll get into their feelings for this one. Okay, we have one card coming out. Okay, some of you could feel rejected or hurt. The Three of Swords. I feel like a lot of people who come to tarot are in the Three of Swords, to be honest with you. Look at how beautiful this card is, though. I'm sending you a big hug if you're feeling rejected, or if you're feeling like, this person pulled at your heartstrings. Okay, so the Three of Swords energy is coming out for the collective. And how is the person on the collective's mind feeling about the connection right now? The Strength reverse, holding back. For some of you, now in this deck, the Strength card is represented here by a crocodile or an alligator in a lion's costume. They could be a Leo that you are connecting to, or Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It could be any sign. I think this person is not showing their true colors. Now, in the Thoth deck, the Strength card is actually lust. So what it's saying is giving into your carnal pleasures. And I feel like this person isn't showing up authentically. So they could have a lot of, lust or feelings for you, and they could be afraid to express it. For some of you, they could have anger management problems as well. Give me one more card in their feelings. Give me one more card in their feelings. I think they want to, okay, this person is trying to hold back from messaging you. So I think they could know that they hurt you, and they're refraining from messaging. They could be deleting messages, or they could be, looking at your social media and liking your stories and maybe trying to get your attention, but I don't know. So what's holding them back? What's the blockage? What's holding them back? What's the blockage? We're in retrograde, you guys. Four of Swords. I feel like this person could have left you unread for too long. Okay, the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords there. And I just think this person doesn't want to fight. They don't want to deal with your words, because they probably know that they hurt you. Four of Swords. But this is also letting me know that there was probably a break between the two of you since you communicated. Four of Swords. Okay. and what's in their actions and behaviors for the rest of November retrograde, aka what's in their behaviors or actions for their Queen of Wands. They're very attracted to you. They can't shake it. Whether you know that or not, okay? Queen of Wands. Whew. They could be a fire sign or they're just showing up that way for you because they have a lot of desire. Okay, and in their behaviors, for some of you, they could want to try and seduce you. Okay, the Queen of Swords can be a seductress in the tarot. Ace of Swords, they want to talk. Yes, they do. Ace of Swords, they want to clear things up. They want to clear the air. This is actually a really good energy. I don't know what they did. I mean, they did something to hurt you, Three of Swords. But okay, give me more on what they did or what transpired between the two of you. No, it takes two to tango. What transpired? Why the Three of Swords? What's going on? It's going to be different for all of you guys, of course. Eight of Cups. Somebody walked away here or was emotionally unfulfilled. They could have left you unread. The Ten of Wands. Okay, so I think somebody got spooked because what I'm picking up on with this Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands, some of you guys, that could be long distance. But what I'm picking up on here is that somebody got spooked with a level of feelings that they have, or the fact that it was starting to become serious. The Ten of Wands comes in when things feel rather difficult, things feel rather arduous. And I don't know, it's like you had an idea of what you wanted from the relationship, and this person was like, I don't know if I can give you that, or this is getting really too heavy for me. Also, potentially life stresses could have got in the way. Okay, Ten of Wands, Eight of Cups. For some of you, this person might have had to leave another commitment to be with you. Now, that doesn't have to be like a relationship. It could even be that they have to stop working, or I don't know. For some of you guys, this person could have a lot of responsibilities and they felt like, well, I can't sit on the phone with you for hours every day. I've got jobs, I've got kids, I've got cleaning. So that's what I'm picking up on. So for some of you, it got too hot in the kitchen for this person. So I don't know what their responsibilities were or are, but that's what I'm picking up on. Like, this person was absent from the relationship. They weren't putting in the work. Some of you guys, you could have been the one initiating communication as well. Okay, what's the outcome? What's the outcome for these two in this situation? And of course, if this is a situationship, roles are already sort of undefined. Like, you don't know where you stand, right? Queen of Pentacles. This is coming out for a lot of the signs. Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. I feel like this is that energy of, you know what? I'm going to do me. I'm going to put that energy into me. I'm just going to make my money. Give me another card on the outcome here. Queen of Pentacles. Now, tarot is genderless, just so y'all know. Ooh, High Priestess. Yeah, I think some of you guys could ghost this person, or I just feel like whatever your intuition is telling you to do, you got to focus on that, because the High Priestess is all knowing. Some of you guys could be psychic or very intuitive. And I feel like, you know that you need to focus on you right now. You know that your priority, if this person's priority is not the connection and is not you, you have to ask yourself if that's a relationship that you want to be in. Somebody who doesn't prioritize you, somebody who thinks it's a burden to communicate every day, that probably isn't your person. Give me one more card in the outcome. For some of you, I feel like you need to know more about this person and about how you feel, about how they feel. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys, we have the Tower. This is Scorpio energy, and this is also the story of Rapunzel and the Little Mermaid. So go watch those Disney movies right now and you'll have your answer. For some of you guys, I feel like this person could be shocked that you decided to go in a different direction because your needs are not being met. Okay. And we are in the year number 9, which is the year of tying things up, ending things that don't match your energy, and The Fool comes in at the beginning of the year. So the Tower will destroy things that are not supposed to be in your life so you can have a fresh start, like the Little Mermaid. You're getting your sea legs back. Some of you could be re-entering the dating pool, after this. So I feel like there could be a fallout. If there hasn't been yet, because I do feel like you've been hurt, there could be like a massive like realization where you're like, oh, you know what? I don't think this person's gonna I don't think they're gonna show up for me in the way that I need. And I think that maybe I need to get my sea legs back and go and, like the Little Mermaid, find the person who's gonna be there for me. Okay, Page of Swords, I feel like you're going to get curious about asking this person the right questions, because the only way to get through to somebody who you're in a situationship with is to ask the real questions. Like, is this ever going to go anywhere? Are you just stringing me along? Are your actions ever going to match your words? You got to ask these direct questions to know if you're wasting your time or not. Okay, Page of Swords, get curious, and if not, move on. All right, you guys. That was for those in a situationship. You might get the answers that you're looking for, if you ask direct questions of someone. Okay, I'm just going to get a different deck for. I'm going to save singles for last. And we're going to do those of you who are in a commitment, whether you just met someone, whether you're married, whether you've been dating a long time, whether you just got back together with someone, okay? Those of you who are in a commitment of sorts, how y'all doing out there? Okay. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, like, comment, share, all that jazz. Oh, we have the Magician coming out. You could be dealing with Aries or a Taurus. You could be an Aries or a Taurus, or you're in manifestation mode. Okay, we have the Magician coming out for those who are committed. Some of you guys did some kind of manifestation to make this relationship come in. Maybe you lit some candles or something. Okay, so let's see. Those of you who are committed, how are you feeling about the person on your mind? Ace of Cups. Ooh, it's feeling good. Ace of Cups is emotional fulfillment. Some of you guys feel like, I haven't felt this good in a minute. I feel like most people who come to tarot probably don't feel that way, but I don't want to make assumptions because that's rude. But some of you guys, this looks good. If maybe you're not committed yet, but this is what you're trying to bring in, and you're talking to people, talking to new people, maybe you're on the dating apps and you've decided to cast your net farther by let me see if I can match with people in another town or another city. Okay, so the person on your mind that you're talking to or that you're committed to, what are they feeling about this connection right now? Because collective, it looks like you're feeling good. Those of you who are committed. Ooh, so the Page of Sword wanted to come out. This person's curious about you. They're curious. Page of Swords. Some of you, they could be looking you up on social media. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. To me, this could, because the Hanged Man is let go and let God. So I don't know, maybe you haven't met with this person yet. Maybe you're just talking and you haven't met in real life. But this could also be that there was like a stagnancy in your guys' love life for a long time. And finally, you're coming out of that stagnant limbo period. So they could have been single for a long time, or you were. Why the Hanged Man reverse? Okay, I think that you met this person unexpectedly. I feel like we are in Scorpio season, so this Tower card is going to come out a lot because it's Scorpio energy. For some of you, this person could be a Pisces or a Scorpio, or I just feel like this person is surprised by you with the Tower. This is a good surprise. For some of you, it's like they didn't expect to meet you and you're still kind of getting to know each other. Playing detective. Try to know who you are. Okay, so let's see this person's actions and intentions. The Five of Pentacles. I don't like that. Why the Five of Pentacles? So this person could be financially unstable, or they might have been single for a long time. Give me one more card. I hope this doesn't mean that they're thinking about abandoning this. Give me one more card. And why the Five of Pentacles? Ten of Wands. Ugh, I don't like that. For some of you guys, I feel like this person is trying to come out of a sticky financial situation. You know, I mean, right now, let's face it, you guys, dating is really expensive. Going out to eat, I feel like could cost like 50 or more for two people. So I feel like this person could be strapped for cash, or Five of Pentacles is a lack energy. For some of you, they could have abandonment issues as well. I kind of don't like how they're showing up in their behavior. Okay, give me more card in their actions and behavior. The King of Swords. Ooh. Okay, so I think this person is a demisexual. For some of you guys, this person really likes to talk a lot. They could be an intellectual. For some of you, they could be an attorney or a lawyer, or just somebody who's very smart. They have a lot to say, and they could be more of a logical person. For some of you, I'm picking up that you guys are different. Like the way that you show your affection, or that the way that you show your love is different. This person's more of like logical, and you could be more like emotional. What's the outcome for these two, for the committed? All right. Ooh, this looks really good, actually. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if a lot of you guys are gonna relate to this, but the outcome for those of you who are committed, I mean, if you're committed, you're committed. You already know you're in a relationship. We have the Lovers and we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is planning. I do feel like heavily with this. This has been coming out for a lot of the signs, you guys. A lot of people are connecting with people who are not like their usual type, or who are different from them. And I do say this to get out of old relationship patterns. You have to date people that you would never expect to date, who isn't your normal type, so that you don't get stuck in that pattern of repeat. Like, I always date the narcissists, I always date the liars, I always date the cheaters. Okay. So the Lovers, and in this deck, there's an alien on here. It says their passion brought war to the galaxy. So I just feel like if you're talking to somebody new, or if you've already met someone, if you're committed, there could be some character differences, or the way that you show up in relationships is different, but somehow it works. And the Lovers is an intense relationship, and it's gonna be one that could potentially be uncomfortable, because the Lovers represents choices, and all relationships are a choice. If you want a relationship to work, sometimes you have to compromise, doing things that you don't want to do, going to basketball games when you don't like basketball, going to Taylor Swift concerts when you don't like Taylor Swift, meeting their friends and family, feeling like an outsider, and doing like traditional things that you wouldn't normally do. And it's going to test your faith. It's going to test your commitment to one another, if you can overcome these hurdles together. Because I feel like some of you guys, you could have friends or family like throwing shade at your relationship. Like, really, that's who you want to be with? It's none of your business. We don't have to go posting who we're with on social media so that people can gossip. But I do feel like there's some plans being made. Some of you could be at a distance. I see that with the Three of Wands. Now, I do sometimes see the Three of Wands as things are not happening right away. We are in retrograde, and I did feel like when the Hangman comes out, it came out in reverse, but it can still kind of represent some kind of delay. And like, we are making plans. The plans fell through. That's Mercury retrograde. Plans will be upended and uprooted, and so we had to replan that date for a week out, or there was some kind of communication breakdown, because we're two different types of people. It looks good though. Let me see what is in the blockage for you too. I'm not sure if I got that. What could potentially be an unexpected blockage? Ooh, oh, I do not like that. I do not like that. Okay. The Knight of Cups. Okay. So for some of you guys, somebody could lose interest. And we have some, I feel like somebody here's abandonment wounds are gonna be triggered. It's like somebody offers love and the other person's like, I don't know if I'm ready. So that could be an obstacle that you have here, is that somebody pulls away and you're like, what? I thought things were going so good. I just told you I love you and now you're ghosting me. So some of you guys, the obstacle with you who are committed or loosely talking to someone is somebody's fears. Somebody could be a self-saboteur. Somebody could have, commitment issues because they've been hurt or abandoned before, or they're like, I don't want to mess it up. So that could be the issue here that you guys could be dealing with. Okay. And let's see, the advice is to remain optimistic here with the sun. So if there is an argument that happens between the two of you because somebody's been abandoned or somebody has abandonment wounds, or they're an avoidant, or whatever the case may be, try to approach things in a level-headed manner, because I do feel like somebody's ego could get bruised. Five of Wands is ego battles, competition, arguing, petty fights, squabbles, things like that. These are normal in relationships. And for your relationship to be able to work, you have to like overcome those by remembering that we're all human and we've all had relationships that haven't worked before. Some of you could, these people could have childhood abandonment wounds and things like that, which will be triggered, especially on this new moon on the 19th. It could be a little chaotic, and it's gonna trigger our core wounds. So you could have an unexpected fight, something like that. Remain level headed, okay? All right, so the last but not least is those of you who are single looking to connect with someone new. Let's get a different deck. Can I use this one? How y'all doing? Okay, let's get a different deck. I'll pull some oracle cards at the end just for funsies. Okay, so those of you who are single, ready to mingle, not attached to anyone, not talking to anyone specific, completely over the X and ready for something new. Let's see. Singles. How is the singles feeling right now? How are the singles feeling right now? Oh my gosh. King of Pentacles. I'm getting my money right. I love that. Getting your money right, trying to make more money, trying to manifest for more money. The King of Pentacles is also somebody who takes care of themselves and their family. So you could be thinking of like, you know what, I'm just thinking about Christmas and Thanksgiving right now. Okay, give me one more card on how the singles feel. Ah, yeah, I knew it. You're in this self-fulfilling energy. You're in this relationships are cringe. You're in this, I can do what I want when I want, and I'm going to make myself feel good. I'm going to go buy myself a tall matcha and read my book and, not care about relationships. Okay, there could be some of you guys who are thinking about a past relationship. And some of you guys, I'm picking up on a drinker, maybe not you, but you could be reminiscing about how toxic your relationships were or how bad your relationships were. This is retrograde, okay? We're all thinking about that. Don't cry over spilt milk. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we'll see if anybody is surrounding you or coming towards you. Because I could say who's on your mind, because some of you guys could have a crush on someone, singles. But let's see who could possibly come in and where it could go from now until December. High Priestess could be a Pisces. And you know what? This card comes out a lot in my readings because I'm a tarot reader. Crystal ball. A lot of you guys are watching tarot readers having hope. I feel like you guys know that you're going to meet someone as well. You could be Pisces, or you could be like psychics or intuitives or tarot reader yourself. But I feel like there's this inner knowing And potentially, you know that relationships aren't easy, but also there's this inner knowing that you'll meet someone when the time is right. Why, or you could be connecting with the Pisces. Let's see, why the High Priestess? For who who the collective singles could be meeting. Maybe you already know them. I don't know. Woo! What is this? Ooh, Four of Cups. Ugh, I knew it. Ugh. Some of you could be grieving a past relationship, but I think that right now you're not so happy with the dating pool. You might not be happy with the people you're connecting with. Some of you could be grieving someone. I send a big hug to you if you're grieving, but you could be very disappointed with relationships or grieving a particular person because the Four of Cups is like the Buddha sitting under the tree thinking, is that all there is? It's like you're swiping on dating apps and you're like, no, 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 pff, no. Or you're like, you go out and you see people loving on each other and you're like, "Pff, okay, why the Four of Cups and who could be coming in? Some of you, um, you being in this energy of F love, I've been hurt, and you could attract somebody just like that. So be careful. Three of Swords, a lot of you guys are grieving heartbreak or you know what, this alien card has been coming out for a lot of the signs because some of you guys could be feeling alienated. It's almost like you could be looking at all of your friends and your partners and you're like, when is my turn going to happen? Am I just going to keep being a bridesmaid, not a bride? You could feel like an outsider. You could feel like love just isn't going to happen for you. um, Now, I just want to send you a hug again and say you are not alone. Okay, there's a lot of people who feel that way. A lot of people who think they're never going to have that happily ever after. They're never going to have a relationship. So work on that, okay, and try and surround yourself with people who love you and care about you. And because the energy of love attracts love, the energy of hurt and pain and feeling alone attracts more of that. Some of you guys, I'm hearing that the worst is behind you. And I feel like if you do the inner work to process these feelings and you do the level up, become a high value person, that's when this Ace of Wands comes in. There it is. Passion, inspiration. For some of you, I'm hearing that arts and creativity is how you can heal the heartache or the heartbreak or the feeling alone. Try and do things that set your heart on fire. Go out there and find a hobby for yourself, writing, dancing. For some of you, a new job, but this could also be a new relationship coming in. It comes in when you least expect it, but you also have to lower your guard and defenses because a lot of you guys have built a moat around your heart. You could have become jaded with your relationship experiences and have developed some trust issues, or you have to let that down. You have to do the heart chakra healing. It's hard, but it's really important because you could turn away somebody really good for you if you keep being in this energy. And I feel like a lot of you guys don't expect to meet someone, but we have the Lovers and the Ace of Wands, and it's there. And the Lovers, I can't really show that. Well, yeah, I can. The Lovers in this deck is a succubus. Some of you guys could think that love hurts, or that love is draining, or that love is chaotic. And that belief will shape your experiences. And the Lovers card has been coming out a lot, actually. And I think it's because um how do I explain this? This is the number six. The number six is in numerology, it's love, it's beauty, but it's also God. And, whatever your beliefs are, God comes in to challenge you in your relationships, right? Do I want things to be chaotic? Do I want to continue to be triggered, or do I want to choose to work on myself so that I can have a better relationship? And that means working on the way that you see love. In the typical Rider Waite, we have two lovers and then there's an angel coming in. And it's like, are you going to choose a relationship despite all the obstacles and battles that could arise? Because sometimes people give on relationships because they get too hard, or you get too triggered, or somebody's tempted to cheat and then they throw in the towel. And love is a choice. Every day, love is a choice. Even people who are married, I'm sure that they think about divorce every day because it's not easy and it's going to test you. And you have to be as honest as you can with your triggers. And some of you guys, you are your own obstacle when it comes to love because you haven't healed, and you have to do it. You have to journal, you have to go to therapy, you have to go to the gym. What is it that you need to do that you're not doing to have this relationship? For some of you, it's get over a past person, right? For some of you, it's dating those people that you don't want to because that's what you have to do sometimes. So I feel like there is new love that could come in for you guys if you allow it and if you let it in and if you do that inner work. And it's not always going to be easy and it's not always going to be pretty and it's not always going to be the way that you wanted. Because, there it is. See, the little mermaid crying over spilt milk. Um, and and I say this all the time in readings, you guys. When I try to pull a new person, it's gonna show me the past person, and that lets me know that you haven't really transmuted that pain, transmuted that hurt, and that you're still on the vibration of hurt and disappointment. So, and I think it's not easy, but once you're able to like get past the bitterness, get past the disappointment, get past the rejection, the pain, the hurt, feeling alone, because guess what? Even people in relationships feel that. And you can start being optimistic and hopeful and seeing the opportunities that are right in front of you. Because I want to bet that a lot of you guys have opportunities to meet people, but you're stuck in this bubble, and sometimes you have to date a lot of people. And, the Seven of Cups, you have to go out on dates. You have to date people you don't want to, people who are different from you, people who aren't your normal type. Because love isn't just about physical attraction. You have to give people opportunities and you also have to approach people. I know that we play this game of detachment, but that's not going to get you anywhere. It's important to know when to put in energy and when to pull it back. Okay. And you have to express yourself. You have to go out to a coffee shop, or where do you go to meet people? Go to the gym, go to the library, go up to people, talk to people, engage with people. Get off your phones, if the apps aren't working for you. If the apps are, talk to your matches. Talk to them more. Okay, you guys. So love is there for you singles. It's just you have to reframe how you see it. Okay, let's pull some oracle cards from the Grace cards. Yay! Happy Sunday. And man, this retrograde has got me feeling stuck, you guys. Like, oh, everything is delayed. Okay, let's see. For the collective, give us some hope here. We have choice. I was just saying that for every action, there is a reaction. Choose wisely. For everything that you do, there are consequences, good or bad. We have self. Go within. When we invest more energy in developing our spiritual lives, the outer world begins to take care of itself. If you wake up in a good mood, better things will happen for you. Okay, one more card. We'll see. We have peace. When we balance silence with activity, we discover true peace of mind, the source of all joy and happiness. Yeah, because I feel like a lot of you guys could have a lot of anxiety or pain or hurt in your headspace, which could be creating some chaos in your external world. But right now, the astrology is really weird.
Okay, you guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I'll put up the timestamps for all the different relationship types that I read today. I appreciate all of your energy. I hope this reading elevated your consciousness in some type of way, shape, or form. And I will be continuing the mid November reads tomorrow. So I'll see you at your sign. Bye.